Dear Mama Chris, I'll never forget you. You may not remember me, but I'm Jonte, your neighbor, and I used to come over nearly every day to play with your grandkid. You have a form of dementia, which is a broad term for memory and cognitive ability loss. You have Alzheimer's, a progressive neurodegenerative disease with no known cure. Alzheimer's isn't a normal part of aging and can last for years. Yours lasted 7. The progression of Alzheimer's can be broken into 3 stages: mild, moderate, and severe. In your mild stage, your short-term memory began to fade first, since the atrophy began in your hippocampus, which is responsible for learning and short-term memory storage and processing. Forget where you left your keys or where you were going when you were driving or to pay your bills. You showed signs of expressive or bronchoaphasia, meaning that sometimes you struggled to find the word that you wanted to say, even though it was in your head. You repeated your questions, always asking me how I was doing, and I always responded that I'm doing good. Dear Mama Chris, this is Jonte Desiree, your neighbor, and you may not remember this now, but I remember how loving you used to be. In the moderate stage of Alzheimer's, a person can become lost, wander, require daily living assistance, show more prevalent signs of memory loss, time confusion, and show agitated behaviors. This can be due to atrophy of the amygdala, which is primarily responsible for emotions, or the frontal lobe, which is mainly responsible for reasoning, personality, thinking, and movement. You became agitated and refused to take a bath. In the severe stages of Alzheimer's, a person can have a limited vocabulary, about 6 or 7 words, become incontinent, lose motor skills, or develop dysphagia, which is difficulty swallowing. In your moderate stage of Alzheimer's, you became really agitated and didn't eat, which isn't like you. Dear Mama Chris, this is Jonte, your neighbor. You used to babysit me. You'd always greet me with a contagious smile and welcome me with one of your famous hugs, and I always have pros-gay-vu when I try to explain it. That tip of the tongue feeling, I can't pinpoint how precious they were. You wouldn't speak much, which is unlike you, but when you did, you spoke in continuous moans and grunts, subconsciously wringing my heart with small cries of torture. Your appetite started to dwindle. It was a difficult time for both of us, but I know for a fact that the Mama Chris that I saw those last few years wasn't the Mama Chris that I know, and I'll never forget you. Mama Chris, you are a living memory, and I will never let any condition take that away from me. You'll always be the neighborhood mother next door, and I'll always be answering your questions, like how I'm doing. And to answer, I'm doing just fine.